got questions? Well, we've got the man to answer those questions. Jeffrey Levine from Buckingham. Jeffrey, welcome back to another episode of Ask the Hammer.
Hey, Bob. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Jeffrey. I've got a email in my inbox from some parents whose daughter will be getting married next year, 2024, and they want to know the best way to support financially their child's wedding.
Well, first question I have to ask, Bob, is if they're looking to support their children, are they adopting? That's my question.
For you, yes.
All
For
right.
everyone else, I don't know.
All right. So what's their question?
Well, they want to know what's the best way to financially support their child's wedding.
Well, what an interesting question, and what a nice thing to have to think about, right? The marriage of your child, one of the great joys in life, as I've seen with individuals I've worked with over the years, is seeing your children get married and finding someone they want to spend the rest of their life with. So if you're looking to support this process, really what you're asking is, how do I gift them money or other assets so that they can use it to either pay for the wedding or to help jumpstart their new life? Now, the good news is that today there are large gift tax exemptions. There is an annual exclusion amount. In other words, an amount that you can give per person each year as a completed gift without any consequences really whatsoever. And then if you happen to go beyond that, then you start to eat into your lifetime credit amount for gift and estate tax purposes. But Bob, that number right now is 12.92 million. So let me take this back for a moment. If you give $17,000 per person or less, that is what's known as a annual gift exclusion amount. So that could be if you and your spouse are married and you want to give to each of your child and their potential future spouse, you're talking about you and your spouse. Well, that's 2 times 17 times 2, because you're giving it to 2 people. That's 17 plus 17,000 plus 17,000 plus 17,000. And if quick math does me right, Bob, that comes out to $68,000. That's a good amount of money to support for a wedding. Now, if you were to go above and beyond that, that is still 100% fine. There's no tax on the recipient of a gift. And chances are there would be no tax on you giving the gift either, because there would only be a tax after you had gone not only above that $68,000 for free, but then another $12.92 million worth of your lifetime exemption amount. One more thing I'll point out here, Bob, is that we're coming up here on the second half of the year. That annual exclusion that I talked about, the $17,000 per person, is also per year. So you could give $68,000 now, wait until January 1st next year, do it again, all without impacting your lifetime exemption amount. So there's really a tremendous amount of flexibility today to give sizable gifts to family members or anyone else without any sort of tax impact whatsoever.
Yeah. So a quick follow-up, Jeffrey, would you recommend that the parents give to their child and soon-to-be spouse versus paying the catered directly, or paying the band directly, or paying the wedding company the wedding, whatever they're called?
So ultimately, in this particular instance, it doesn't really matter. In other circumstances where we're talking about making payments, let's say for medical benefits or for education purposes, there can be tax benefits for giving directly to the provider. The other thing that you could consider, though, is how do you want to give? Or do you want to give cash? Well, not only if you give cash, there's no gift tax, but also no income tax consequences. But let's say that you, as the parent, have a highly appreciated stock portfolio, but you're in a high tax bracket, but you want to support your child who perhaps is in a lower tax bracket. Maybe you give them the gift of appreciated stock and let them sell it at their lower tax rate. So not only do they get the benefit of the gift, but you get the benefit of them paying their tax rate versus you paying your tax rate.
Well, Jeffrey, another question well answered. I don't even have a pun this time for some reason.
Well, don't worry, I got you covered. if you are looking for an answer to your question, give the gift of a question to Bob and I. Won't you do that? Won't you help us out? We're just asking for one question. That's all. Give the gift to us. And you can do that by emailing us at askthehammer@buckinghamgroup.com. Again, that's askthehammer@buckinghamgroup.com. And Bob and I look forward to seeing your gift in our inbox real soon.